All right, ladies and gentlemen, people of Bloomington, Minnesota, are you ready for your main event of the evening? Your referee, the senior official for Steel Domain Wrestling, the one and only Jay Soltis. The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Well, there you see him, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, one mean hombre, Jay Bradley, out of the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, on SDW. Wait a minute.
Since my business manager has been unrightfully suspended by Ed Hellier, it's funny, somehow you all think I suck, yet you're looking at the heavyweight champion. So do the math there, Einsteins. How can I suck if I'm the #1 man here? Like I was saying before I was interrupted, Ed Hellier may have suspended my business manager. Trust me, I wouldn't pay you a cent to tie my shoes. Anyways, to the business at hand. Mitch Paradise, you want to come out here moments ago, you want to call yourself the Minnesota legend and think you deserve what I rightfully earned. Look, unlike you, I didn't stick to Minnesota even though I'm a Steel Domain original. I've been all over the world. I've worked for nearly every major company that is worth a damn. And you gotta do things by the book, Mitch. You lost. You're no longer champion. He's just gonna be easier to beat 1, 2, 3. That's fine. But like I said, Mitch, you want a shot at this? Get in the back of the line. He's in front of you, and so is everybody else in that locker room, and I'll make sure Idol sees to it. I can sit here and talk all night, and you've paid to see it, moron. All I gotta do is fall on top of this cruiserweight, and I'm gonna win. Just watch.
Wow. Jay Bradley, mincing no
The
words.
following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, in the corner to my left, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 190 pounds, is the challenger. This is Airwolf!
A tremendous and gifted athlete, the challenger Airwolf.
His opponent, in the corner to my right, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in tonight at 278 pounds, he is the current Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, member of the Temple of Terror, Jay Bradley.
Well, say what you want about Jay Bradley, and most people have.
Including himself.
He is a Steel Domain original, and when you talk about legitimate, tough guys, tough SOBs in this business, Bradley is right up there. It's not hyperbole when he says he has wrestled all over the world for virtually every major promotion. He has been in Japan. He has been overseas in Europe. He has wrestled, of course, for TNA Wrestling. This man is the real deal. He's been in the business for about 2 decades now, and it has come home to roost. It came full circle, winning the Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Mitch Paradise is certainly chomping at the bit. He wants to get Bradley in the ring. But let's not put the cart before the horse by any means. Airwolf is a legitimate, honest-to-God contender, and if Bradley's looking past him, it could be a serious mistake.
Oh, there's no question. Airwolf, the high-flying star he's become, capable of beating anyone. But really, Mick, what it comes down to, can Airwolf overcome giving up 88 pounds of weight? That's a lot to ask of anyone.
Look at him. No, he tried the leg kicks. He was intercepted very early on by Bradley. Bradley is just a beast in that ring. You know, he reminds you of Brock Lesnar. He's built that way. You know, they announced him at about 278. I think he's heavier than that. I think he's pushing 3 bills. And this is just, as I said, one tough SOB. A no-nonsense heavyweight champion in Steel Domain.
And with an 88-pound weight advantage, Bradley has got to be thinking, you know, I'll get a good workout, I'll try some things, but I can beat this guy whenever I want. And the question, as you put it, Mick, is he possibly overlooking him? I think that's the only shot Airwolf really has.
I don't think that there is a hotter guy in professional wrestling right now in terms of what he's accomplishing and the meteoric rise that he's on other than Airwolf. He really has been electrifying fans all over the upper Midwest. He's signing big money contracts now wherever he goes. He's on the radar. Promoters are taking a long look at Airwolf. And if he happens to win the SDW Championship tonight, the sky's the limit. That internet is going to light up if he takes the measure of Jay Bradley.
Just imagine what this would do to Airwolf's bank account, because he could start setting just really high minimums and promoters would pay it.
Watch this. Oh, look, it's just like he's swanning a fly.
That's what I talked about. 88 pounds is a lot, but Airwolf certainly has the edge in speed.
You know, Bradley may have been overstating the case when he called Airwolf a cruiserweight, that he could just lay on top of him and pin him. But part of it is reality. I mean, there you mentioned the weight difference. Not only that,
An announced difference of 88. Who knows how much it is in reality?
and it's in the strength department, too. Airwolf has got to rely on his quickness and his aerial tactics if he has any chance of winning the championship tonight. Duck of a clothesline. Oh, the Wolf catches him.
But see, there you go. Great flying kick from Airwolf, and he couldn't even get Bradley off his feet.
Well, he's got to stay on top of him. He cannot give Jay Bradley even a half a second to recuperate.
And
God.
The problem for Airwolf, the best way to overcome a tremendous weight disadvantage is to get your opponent on the ground. But Airwolf's strength is flying through the air, which really plays right into Bradley's hands.
No question. I mean, Bradley will intercept him like, an air defense system on a Scud missile. That's how good Bradley is. Watch this now. Airwolf trying. Once again, does he have the leverage to take? No, he does not. Bradley too big and too strong. But Airwolf trying to fire back now. Oh, he caught him right on the jaw. And now the big man is on the outside of the ring. I don't know how advisable this is. Airwolf, no. No, Bradley once again, just like he's swatting mosquitoes. That's the way he's treating Airwolf. And Airwolf is a world-class athlete.
Do you think Airwolf choosing that name was some sort of a tribute to the late Jan Michael Vincent? The old Airwolf TV show?
I sure hope not.
Not a possibility.
Well, he might have been paying homage to the late, great Buddy Wolf, too, for all you know.
No, there was nothing airworthy about Buddy Wolf.
Well, Vivian Vachon put him into air. Wait a minute now, watch this. Oh, he launched him. He absolutely, like a dart.
Airwolf likes to fly through the air, but not that way.
Not that way, Ken. Oh, he's pointing at Ed Hellier now for suspending the Golden Idol.
See, I thought he was pointing at you.
No, he wasn't. Don't start anything. Ed Hellier rightly pointed out that Airwolf was tossed like a javelin into that steel ring post, and when it's human skull against steel, the skull doesn't have much of a chance. Unless it's a big, thick skull like the Golden Idol.
Well, it depends. Unless Roger Buck is betting on the skull.
Roger Buck is also betting on the Minnesota Fighting Saints. And the Minnesota Kicks.
Well, I tell you what, when you mentioned his bet on the North Stars this year winning the Stanley Cup, he could have bet on the Wild. I think the outcome would have been about the same. Neither one has a chance.
Don't even start. How frustrating is that? Look at, Jay Bradley. The guy is like a big shark in the ring, and when he smells blood, when he sees that he's got his opponent in a weakened state, the guy is just methodical. Listen to the crowd trying to get behind Airwolf here. It's going to take more than that. You can feed off the fans so much, but you got, oh, God. That's a bass drum. That is a damn bass drum in there.
Why are you so angry?
Oh, Airwolf fires back with one of his own, Bradley, with a right hand shot to the jaw.
There's that size and tremendous strength advantage that Bradley has. And Mick, one of the other things, Airwolf, we've seen so many great wins, but it's based on momentum as he continues to fly through the air, and he just can't get any established momentum going against Bradley.
But now he's trying. There's a series of forearm shots, but again, just too much in the strike department. Bradley reverses it into the corner, but Airwolf caught him. Not sure if he caught him in the sternum. Oh, he followed up, and once again, the power of Jay Bradley. I'll tell you what, this guy he's the real deal.
Caught him in midair. It's still 190 pounds. He caught him in midair like he weighed 10 pounds.
I've been watching Jay Bradley since his inception here in Steel Domain Wrestling, on and off, and he has never been better. He has never looked more imposing and more unstoppable. And whether or not Airwolf gets past him tonight or not, I think Mitch Paradise, if he gets back into the ring with Bradley, he's going to have a hell of a match on his hands, too. Look at this. Measures him and drills him right on the bridge of the nose with that elbow.
Something to pick up on, perhaps looking to the future, Mick. As you alluded to, Jay Bradley, since winning the title, has kind of been used to having Golden Idol at ringside and provide needed interference when needed, and he's doing this all on its own. It's going to make him just even tougher to beat when Idol is off suspension.
Every time Airwolf gets something going, Ken, even if it's a shot, he just can't follow up.
No, he can't mount any sort of sustained momentum.
Oh!
And that's his game.
There's an abdominal stretch, and there's an abdominal stretch, and he is absolutely ripping at Airwolf like he's a bungee cord. Oh, and that clubbing forearm.
Can you say Wilbur Snyder?
Absolutely. In size and demeanor, who Jay Bradley reminds me of? Iron Mike Sharp from the old WWF days. He's got that same build, that same tenacity, that same attitude. He doesn't have
but far more success than Iron Mike Sharp ever had.
Yes, that's true. Look at he
and the other thing, Jay Bradley doesn't seem to have a never healing wrist injury.
Good point. He moved out of the way, did Airwolf, and now can Airwolf sustain or mount any kind of offense here? He's had so much of the starch taken out of him, Ken. He can't even get to a vertical base to follow up. He can't do it.
I think he's been beaten enough. I don't know if he can fly like even if he used to when given the chance. He might have been playing a little possum there, but.
Oh, that head right underneath the chin of Jay Bradley, and now can Airwolf once again? No, just that fast, but this time Airwolf able to block his own momentum going into that corner. Oh, the Wolf! And now Bradley to the outside.
And one of the problems, Mick, we've seen Airwolf execute some very successful moves tonight that normally would be leading him to victory, but they have so little effect on Bradley.
Watch Airwolf now. Over the top! Oh, what a maneuver! That is what Airwolf is all about. And this crowd is lit up. Now we're seeing the Airwolf that we have come to appreciate here in Steel Domain Wrestling. But again, as we've said so many times, just that, look at this now. Wait a minute. Oh, no. That time Bradley goes into the steel. But is it enough? Is it enough to turn Big Mo around in this matchup?
Who are you calling a moron?
Pay attention, would you please? Watch this now. Airwolf to the top, dangerously close to the ceiling. He caught him with a drop kick, and because of the ceiling, because of the low ceiling here at the event center, he wasn't able to get everything he wanted. Follows in with that running European uppercut. Cross body, count of 1, 2, and oh, how close.
And see, normally that would be it. The match would be over.
Oh, my. So very, very close.
Airwolf is giving Bradley everything he wants and then some, but I just don't know if he can mount enough of an attack to beat Bradley.
Watch Bradley here now. He's getting him in position. No, Airwolf able to extricate himself hard into the turnbuckle. Oh, God, it, right to the head, right to the side of the head, by the ear, the elbow of Jay Bradley. It's like a sledgehammer.
I don't think Bradley expected this kind of a match out of Airwolf.
Well, if he didn't, well, I'm not gonna say anything. He'll watch this tape. I'm gonna stay on his good side. Watch Bradley.
He has a good side?
Well, oh, look at Bradley. Bradley going all the way up. Oh no. Oh, no. Those Windy City jewels may be floating in the breeze. The strength of Airwolf. Count of 1, 2. Oh, this crowd felt it. Roger Buck, our timekeeper, he felt it. He was ready to go.
Come on, Jay!
The fans are getting on referee Jay Soltis about the cadence of his count. I got to say something about Soltis. He's pretty damn consistent.
Absolutely.
On his count.
And again, we've got a question, Mick. Look what Airwolf has accomplished in the last couple of minutes. Everything going his way, but he can't put him away.
Bradley is so damn tough. He is absolutely tenacious. Oh, no. He absolutely split him. Split him like a chicken that time. That is not a good outcome there. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Is the kid even conscious anymore? It's over. It is all over.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still Steel Domain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Jay Bradley.
Jay Bradley gets the victory, a hard-fought victory over a determined, a game, but ultimately an outgunned Airwolf. Kenny gave it everything he had.
He did. I mean, you give him all the credit in the world, but as we talked about from the outset, giving up that much size, strength, 88 pounds was just too much. Too much to overcome.
You know, I liken it to, a ping pong ball trying to knock over a brick wall. You just can't do it. The ping pong ball's going to fly all over the place, but the brick wall isn't moving. And that's what happened tonight with Airwolf attempting to unseat Jay Bradley. We're coming back, ladies and gentlemen, to wrap it up here at the Bloomington Event Center.